Morning. We are in Bangalore, and this morning I'll show you around a little bit of the city. As you can already see, we are in a hotel. This hotel is actually super interesting because it's inside a mall, and I've always wanted to stay in that sort of a hotel. So I'm happy that this Bangalore morning, this Bangalore stay is making it happen. It's all relatively quiet and empty now because it's actually quite early. It's 8 a.m. and I'm happy that it's empty. The hotel room is actually on our right. It's somewhere over there. Do you want to check it out? Let's do it. Here we are on the other side. This is the hotel room. It's a nice room with a nice view of the mall. It's nice to see all that activity from outside the window that we've got here. And of course, just the other moment, I was walking you around right here, and that's where we'll go back again just after this quick tour of the room. Nice quiet mall at this time. So yeah, let's go back to that path that we were walking on. Let's walk with me. Alright, so that was the room, and now let's get going. So Bangalore as a city is of course huge, it's expansive, and right now we are staying at one of the areas in one of the suburbs of Bangalore. As you can see, the nice Bangalore weather, blue skies, unlike Delhi. So yeah, we are staying in a suburb of Bangalore, and the exploration that we'll do is of course going to be within this suburb. So we'll go around to a very interesting place actually, and I'm not going to talk about it until we reach the place. It should be a lot of fun and also a lot of peace. I love those palm trees already. It's so nice. While I haven't really seen much of Bangalore, I think the city feels like a bit of a surprise for me because it almost feels a bit like Goa. It feels like a tropical paradise with all those nice palm trees and open spaces. So yeah, this is good. So we chose early morning because we were hoping the weather would be nicer at this time. Of course, Bangalore weather is mostly nice most times of the year, but I think we've done well because there's not much traffic, and I'm sure the place that we are heading to would be very nice and very quiet at this hour, and I think you'll really like that place, especially at this time. So I love how a two-wheeler really exposes you to the elements, and to the world around you. It's not an experience that I've had often, so I think this perspective is extra special, and it almost takes me back to my time in Goa, because this place, and of course those palm trees and the road that we are riding on, as well as this two-wheeler, they all just combine to give that Goa experience to this little early morning trip.
Oh, it's Bittergourd.
Oh,
Yes, it's Bittergourd.
nice.
See, आप देख सकते हैं Bittergourd. यहाँ पे. Do you eat bittergourd, by the way?
I don't.
I do. I like it. It's good for health. आप देखा है bittergourd यहाँ पे? I'll show.
Now I saw it. Now I saw it.
हाँ?
Earlier I was not able to.
हाँ,
अभी पता लग गया.
bittergourd.
I think Lucknow was fine. So that was me and my friend off camera, or I should say off mic, because of course I'm always off camera. So we are almost here, and the interesting thing about this place is the elevation gain. You end up gaining quite a few meters even though you're within Bangalore, and I think that's the unusual aspect of the place that I did not know. Wow, look at that. We are still gaining altitude. So this is actually a very quiet and peaceful temple, and that's what we are exploring this morning. I've actually come to Bangalore on a work trip, and who would have expected that this is the kind of view and the kind of early morning experience I would have. Because yeah, Bangalore, when you come here for work, of course feels very techy, feels like a big corporate city. I'm just absolutely loving this, because really, who would imagine that a trip to Bangalore, especially a work trip to Bangalore, would amount to something like this? That it would amount to such a beautiful morning, a ride through lots of palm trees, and coming to a beautiful temple which is actually on the top of a hill early in the morning. So yeah, while work was good and I met a lot of my co-workers, but I think this is what's taking it to a completely different level. And I hope you're feeling what I'm feeling here as well. And it just keeps getting better, doesn't it? We're looking at the flowers, looking at the golden colored temple in the background. Such a beautiful morning. So we've actually planned to not go inside, because usually it's nice if you've taken a bath before you go to the temple, and of course we've not taken a bath as of now. So we've chosen to not go inside the temple. In fact, that's what I was recommended, and hence we are not going inside. But actually, what's probably happening at this time at this beautiful temple is actually the deities who are inside, or the figures of gods that are inside. They're actually being bathed right at this moment. We actually sneaked a peek inside, and that's exactly what was happening. So it's, of course, just unbelievable, the kind of landscape and the kinds of views I'm seeing this morning. These are actually deities that have been installed, figures of deities that have been installed all around this temple. And while the temple seems to be in the architecture of the traditional old Hindu temples, it does not really feel like a very old temple, and I need to find out about it actually. So that sound that you hear is the sound of the water that is used to bathe the gods every morning, as I mentioned earlier. And I did find out a little bit about this temple. It's called the Sapthamatha Temple, which literally translates to the temple of the seven goddesses. And what we are looking at right now, these are actually idols of the seven goddesses all around the temple, which is the Sapthamatha Temple. But I'm not able to find out the exact years when this one was built. I think this is a renovated version of an otherwise older temple. So, did you actually notice something on the names of these deities or of these goddesses? You probably already did. So, these are actually also names of rivers such as Yamuna or Saraswati or Ganga. These are all rivers of India and also goddesses of the Hindu religion. So, yeah, it kind of makes perfect sense. Seven rivers or seven goddesses, Sapthamatha Temple. So, yeah, that's your early morning surprise, the Sapthamatha Temple. Alright, so here we are on our way back to the hotel, and I hope you enjoyed this slight alternate glimpse of Bangalore, the otherwise cosmopolitan big city. And I don't think I have a lot of Bangalore to show to you at this moment, because today is when I'm flying back, so it's been a short trip. But yeah, I think I've thoroughly enjoyed whatever I've seen, and I hope the same for you. Even if not thoroughly, I hope you've slightly enjoyed whatever you've seen, and I hope you've seen something new. I definitely have, because this was my trip after many years to Bangalore. So this is pretty much it. There will be no more of Bangalore in this series because there is no more of Bangalore with me. This was my experience, my very short experience of Bangalore, and I hope you enjoyed walking with me, and you should also enjoy eating with me. I'll catch you again soon. Bye.